Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for class 6 chapter 3 part 2, the earliest people. In this video we are going to discuss about discovery of fire, uses of fire, rock painting, work division among the hunter gatherers, social life, why did hunter gatherers move, their religious beliefs, the Mesolithic period or the Middle Stone Age, the Neolithic period or the New Stone Age. Also, we will discuss about some of the archaeological sites. In that, we have Hongski, which is inside the subcontinent, and a cave in France, which is outside the subcontinent. So, these are some of the topics which we are going to discuss in this video. Let's start with our first topic, discovery of fire. Discovery of fire was the greatest achievement of the earliest people. Now they accidentally discovered the fire. They used to make stone tools, and for making stone tools they used to struck two stones. Now while striking two stones, it fell down on the dried leaves and that caused fire. So like this, accidentally they discovered the fire. Now in India, traces of ash have been found in Kurnool caves. You can see the Kurnool caves, that is archaeological site, and there the traces of ash have been found. So Kurnool cave is a Paleolithic site, and finding traces of ash proves that the people in Paleolithic age were using fire. Now, what were the uses of fire for the early people? Now, they could have used fire to light in the dark. That means fire used to provide light in the dark. Also, it gave them heat and warmth in the winter. Now it was kept burning at the entrance of caves. As we already read, early people used to live in the natural shelters. So when they used to live on the caves, they used to burn the fire at the entrance of the caves to scare away the wild animals. Also, the fire was used to cook meats. The cooked meat, by cooking the meat used to become softer, tastier and easy to eat, also easy to digest. Our next topic is rock painting. The primitive people were great artists, and they used to paint on the walls of the caves where they used to live. Now, most of their paintings are either of animals or hunting scenes. In that, they show animal chase, and especially the big animals. Now, they used charcoal, minerals, stone and natural colors which is found in trees for their painting. Now, they probably painted to express their feelings, and also they imagined whatever they would paint that might come true. Now, the paintings were drawn with great accuracy and skill. Now, Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh are the regions where some of the best examples of such paintings have been found. Our next topic is work division among the hunter-gatherers. Now, we already studied that the early man were hunter gatherers. They used to hunt animals, they used to gather plant products, and also they made stone tools. Also, they painted on the cave walls. But we definitely cannot say that which work was done by man and which work was done by woman. Now, there are some possibilities which we can say. So, maybe men and women worked together. They used to do the works together. Or the gathering of plant products were done by women and the making of stone tools were done by men. Here we will discuss about the social life of the early people. So early men lived in small groups, and that was because to protect themselves from the wild animals. Also, they lived nomadic life because of many reasons. Now, why they used to move? Why they were living nomadic life? So they moved in search of new sources of food. If they would have lived at one place for a long time, they are living at same place, they would have consumed all the available plants and animals, and after that there will be a scarcity of food. So again they have to move for food, new sources of food. Also, they have moved from one place to another in the process of hunting, because when they are following a animal which they want to hunt, by following them they used to move from one place to another. Now they also moved in search of seasonal fruits. Now, different plants and trees bear fruits in different seasons, and people may have moved from season to season in search of different kinds of plants and fruits. They also moved in search of water, which is very essential for the survival of living being. And water is found in rivers, lakes and streams. That means water bodies. Now, many rivers or lakes are perennial. That means water is available in them throughout the year. That is perennial. And some of the water bodies were seasonal. In the season there will be water in that water body, and after that it will be dried. So when it is dried, the people which are living on that on the bank of that river body will go to the different place in search of water. Also, they traveled to meet their relatives and friends. So these were some of the reasons which made the early people move from one place to another. Now, what were their religious beliefs? The early people were not having any specific religious beliefs, but they were curious and afraid of the natural processes. So to protect themselves from these natural processes, they probably became to perform some of the religious rites or some of the religious traditions. Now, the early men's religion grew out of their fear and ignorance. Now, we will talk about some of their religious beliefs. The early people used to worship nature in all forms. They used to worship sun, they used to worship moon, stars, rain, animals like tiger and snake. Also, they worshipped thunder and lightning, storm. So they were actually afraid of this thunderstorm or lightning. They were afraid of them, and they thought that it is an expression of divine anger. So because of fear, they started worshipping these forces so that they can please them. So that is why we can say that religion of early people grew of their fear. They also worshipped their ancestors after their death, and that was also because of the fear. Why? Because they were having a fear that if their ancestors got angry, they would create trouble for them. So because of fear only, they started worshiping. They were worshipping their ancestors after their death. Now, early people started dead people with their belongings, uh, the tools and the eatables items which they like. There was a thought behind that. They used to think that they may need these things, their belongings, in their next world. So that is why they were keeping their belongings with them. Also, the early people believed in magical powers. So these was some of their religious beliefs, and that grew out of their fear and ignorance. And basically they used to worship the nature in all the forms. Our next topic is the Mesolithic period or the Middle Stone Age. So this period begins from about 12,000 years ago and ends about 10,000 years ago. Now, when we talk about the features of the Mesolithic period, the first feature which we have is environmental changes. Now, this was the period around which major environmental changes took place. Now, around 12,000 years ago, the climate of the world shifted to relatively warm condition. That means the climate became warm. Now, grasslands were developed in many areas because of the warm condition. In return, it led to an increase in those animals that survived on grass. So, in this period, the environment became warm, and because of warm environment, the grasslands developed, and the animals that survived on grass also increased. For example, deer, antelope, goat, sheep, and cattle. Now, when we talk about the second feature of the Mesolithic period, it is beginning of domestication. Now, in the process of hunting, people followed these animals. They learned about their food habits and their breeding seasons. Now, gradually, slowly, the people began to think about herding and rearing these animals. Fishing also became important during this period. So, like this, domestication of the animals started. Idea about growing crops. Because of the environmental changes, there were many grains wheat, barley, rice, which grew naturally in different parts of the subcontinent. Now, people probably have collected these grains as food and learned where they grew and when they ripened. That means they slowly and gradually learned about how to grow crops. Advanced stone tools. This was also an important feature of this period. Now, the stone tools of Mesolithic period was generally tiny, and because of that it was called microliths. Now, this microlith was probably stuck onto handles of the bone or wood to make tools such as a saw, sickles. No, that means no. Next we have the Neolithic period or the New Stone Age, and this period extends from 10,000 years ago to 4000 BC. And about this we will study in our next video, next chapter. Now here you can see the timeline of the Stone Age, and in that you can see the Paleolithic period, which has 99% of human history. It extends from 2 million years ago to 12,000 years ago, which is a very big portion of the human history. That is 99% of the human history. Then we have Mesolithic period, which extends from 12,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago. And then we have Neolithic period, which is again more than Mesolithic period. Now in this we have 10,000 years ago to 4000 BC. So about Neolithic period we will study in our next chapter. Now we have Hungsgi, which is an archaeological site and which is inside the subcontinent. So it is very important archaeological site, and it is basically a habitat cum factory site. Now you can see the Hungsgi in the map. Now several early Paleolithic sites were found, and many kinds of tools used for different kinds of activities were found at some sites. Also, the evidence reveals that tools were also made at some other smaller sites, and it is found that some of the sites were near springs, and materials were used for making most of the tools was limestone, which was locally available. Now we have a case study of a cave in France, which is outside our subcontinent, and there we found the cave painting which was made between 20,000 to 10,000 years ago. Now these paintings comprised of wild horses, aurochs. Now these aurochs were an older form of cattle. Bison, woolly rhinoceros, reindeers and bear. Now the paintings were made in bright colors, and the materials which were used to make these paintings were minerals like ochre or iron and charcoal. Now maybe these paintings were done either on ceremonial occasions or for special rituals performed by hunter before proceeding in search of prey. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.